to another part.
Welcome everybody to Ladies Night Live. We
I love
got
it.
Shannon, Terminator, and Tambra in the house.
I love it.
Karen should be joining us a little later on, but how have you guys been, Shannon? How has everything going since Monday?
Pretty good. I liked my day off on Tuesday, which was nice. Got a few things planted. Got my peppers in. I got one of the lavender plants in. The
Cool.
weird plant that I showed you, the lavender yarrow.
Yes.
I got one of those plants put in near the peppers because it deters, it brings in like the ladybugs and stuff that eat things that are bad for the plants. So it's
Yep.
like, that's a good thing. So hopefully my husband don't kill that.
Yeah, it's always nice to see the certain to search up the different plants that are good to plant close to each other to help either
Oh, yeah.
support it or
Family
even
friendly.
to keep the bad bugs away from the one you really want. That's really good like that.
Yeah, because I did that the year before last year, and I had my husband go dig it up and put it in a different place because it's like, we got to put this one here instead of this one because they don't grow well together.
Yeah.
Because when we just planted it, and then I asked somebody on one of their channels, I forget who it was. Maybe it was Prep Rebel
Yeah.
from Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah, don't put them there. Don't put them next to each other. You got to separate them because they won't grow well. So it's like I've been doing my research on what plants go next to each other and what don't.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. In the chat, welcome Jane. Hey Junebug. And I thought I guess that's it. All right. Tambra, how are things been going with you since Monday?
Pretty good. I made some salsa for my sweet 100s,
Oh, cool.
and I've been picking blackberries.
What's your plans with them?
Oh, I'm gonna make a cobbler.
Oh, that sounds good.
Sounds
I
good.
love cobbler.
Maybe I might get 2 or 3 cobblers because I still have a lot of red berries. I've got
Okay.
Five plants. There's Primark Freedoms, and they're pretty big berries on them, and they're all planted in mineral tubs. They're doing pretty good.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah, I don't have to get red bugs.
Hey, Goat. Hey, Aaron.
Do y'all have red bugs, Terminator?
Have what?
Red bugs?
Oh,
Never heard of them.
Chiggers?
Chiggers.
Chiggers?
Tigers? No,
Little
we don't have
tiny-
that here.
Oh,
They are so
savage.
bad. I
Terrible.
hate them.
Oh, they're terrible.
I
You don't
hate
know you
those
have them
things.
until you get
Chicken
home.
Rex at Walmart. Best thing in the
Or
world to get
itching.
rid of them.
What?
Chigger X. You can get it at Walmart, or I'm wondering if you
I
know.
don't know. I know I get it at
Walgreens or
Walmart. That's the
something.
only thing that gets rid of them quick.
Just go home and take a bath with your Clorox.
Ah,
Get
because
them off.
before we found the Chigger X, we used to do nail polish.
The Clorox will do it too. If you get in the shower with Clorox, you get in the bathtub with Clorox,
Chicken Rex gets rid of them the next
Yeah.
day.
it'll get them to turn loose.
Okay.
Terminator, they're little bitty. You can't see them.
Oh, wow.
And they dig in.
They dig up under your skin, and the
They're
only way
spawn of the devil.
you know about it is when
Yeah.
you're scratching with that area.
Itching and
Oh.
It itches really
Oh.
bad, and then you got red dots on your skin.
Terrible.
They bad down here.
That's why I got tame berries, because I didn't like chiggers or red bugs.
No, June, I do not see you. Are you sure you're on the right link?
She's here. Oh, can't see her, but in here.
Huh.
Tell
what I see on the chat.
Today.
Yeah, June, it's the link I sent today.
Ah.
So how's everybody's gardens and animals and all doing?
Yeah,
Chicks are getting big. My chicks are getting big. They're about 2 months old.
oh wow,
I got my first big tomato today.
Feel everybody hitting like
Cool.
cool.
I got 4 pints and 1 3/4 half pint from the little tomatoes.
Yeah,
Can you believe that?
wow.
Little
Oh,
tomatoes.
there's.
The little tomato salsa.
Oh, that's cool.
Cool.
Hey,
Hey, Junebug.
Hey, meeting my dinner.
Okay, that's fine.
can't do
I
that
got
without
a
sharing with us.
news.
Terminator.
He's on
you-
Peggs Mountain Road right now.
okay, there you are.
You're going out to get the rhubarb?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Well, he's on my road, the second road that comes to my road, and he just let me know the big rhubarb patch wouldn't fit in his truck. It was so big.
No
Oh
doubt.
wow.
So he got the medium size, and he wanted to know if he could back right in my driveway and we can drop it off right in the driveway and then I can deal with it tomorrow. But I'm gonna put you guys on my stand and I'm gonna help him get it off the truck somehow.
Oh, that'd be
Cool.
cool.
Yeah.
But I'll
Oh,
show
yeah.
you. You see this picture here? See that picture? I don't know if you can see it or
No, I
not.
can't see it. I can't see it. Yeah, there you
I see
go.
a lot of
There,
green.
see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's rhubarb. That's the
Cool.
rhubarb patch. So, but his boss was using his big, huge excavator. He dug it up, and as he was dropping it in, my son has a propane tank in the back of his truck because his truck runs propane or gasoline, and he disconnected the propane, but there was still propane in the tank, and he busted the nozzle off. He didn't
no.
see it, so they had to
Ooh.
try and shut it off somehow to stop the propane from leaking.
That ain't worth
Hey.
a crap.
But yeah, he's got one big, huge plant in the back of his truck.
One
Yeah.
big, huge plant? Or a bunch
Yeah.
of little ones?
One of them, I'm not sure if it's the plant he's bringing me or if it's the other plant. The base of it was 5 inches in diameter.
Wow.
Yeah, and
That's
whoever
pretty
asked about my what my parents were having for dinner on Monday,
Yeah.
they had chicken and some other stuff. Since my mom has celiac disease, she can't have any gluten, so they have to be very careful.
Yeah. In the chat, Cheryl, welcome. And yes, chiggers are the devil.
Bad, they're bad. I hate them.
Oh, hold on. I got Karen ready to come on.
Hey, Karen, what's up?
Hi, Karen.
Here patiently for 3 or 4 minutes.
What?
I'm sorry.
I started to talk and then I realized I wasn't up there. I was just seeing myself up in the corner.
Yeah, I had to scroll down. I was like, wait, I need to. Karen's about ready. Come on. Let me see if she's down there.
Yeah, it's here. Chiggers
So
are
how-
good, but wasps
they
are even
You
worse.
guys, I'll be right back.
Okie dokie.
It's pretty there, ain't it?
It was hot today. How about where y'all at?
Yes.
I'm freaking hot.
It was hot, but it wasn't humid as humid as usually is.
Well, see, that's the thing about Georgia. Hot, when I say hot, it was only 86, but the humidity. Oh my
It's
God.
humid.
Well, you got the love bugs and
Somebody just
mosquitoes
sucks
down
it
here. You
out
got
of you.
the gnats in Georgia. I
Say
love
again,
Georgia,
June?
though. Uh-huh.
Say that again.
There, I'm
June.
back.
I say you got bad love bugs and mosquitoes here, but you got them gnats in Georgia. It's real bad.
Yeah.
I tell
I
you,
love
I'm
Georgia.
like
Where I'm
6
from.
$2.
Oh,
Terminator!
150
he said
Cheryl,
that
where are you at, Cheryl?
June, he's got a couple
6 of them, 2x4.
6 2x4s for you.
I don't need them now. I can't use that.
She must
They
be in
put it in my
Texas
room
too.
today, and you know what that is?
What are you doing over there?
Nah.
I was with Laura when she got it, but I didn't realize it. But you know what that is?
What?
That's the bottom part of an entertainment center.
Oh.
And it's too wide. I can't put it in my room. They had it in there and had to take it out.
Cheryl must be in Texas.
Oh. Hmm.
Well, Florida's about the same as Texas.
Oh man, Jane says that it's about 94 where she's at, hazy from the Canadian smoke.
Oh God, we got that. Right after you asked me about it Monday night, I came out here at night, like 11 o'clock in the morning. There
What are
was
you
this
doing,
strange
Terminator?
foggy to it. And yeah, we got your Canadian wildfire smoke.
I don't think
I'm
we haven't got it yet.
blowing away mosquitoes. I'm hitting them with my arms as they're flying around me. That's how thick they are.
You better go up. You better go and put something
Go
on.
get you some tea tree oil
Yeah,
or
I
citrus,
usually use oregano oil.
oregano or something.
something. Put it on a
That's
paper
okay.
towel and then rub it on your arms.
Bad.
Well, my son, I can hear his truck in the distance coming. He'll be here in a few minutes.
They're worse.
The way he drives, it takes him 5 minutes.
They're worse in the mornings here than they are at night.
Evenings and early mornings. Through the day, there's none. Barely any.
Yeah.
Just deer flies.
They like it dawn and dusk.
Yep.
Yep. If they want some of my old blood, they can have it. I'll just produce good, fresh, new blood.
Yeah, but you're gonna be itching tonight.
Are you sneaking
No.
up with Gloria? Come on. Gloria.
I just don't have my hat on. Too hot.
I'm already
Oh,
itching just in sympathy.
Wildlife.
Hey, Starla. Oh man, Tambra, you see that goat? I mean, he's also in Texas, and he had 100-degree weather today.
Goats in Texas?
Yeah.
They
I'm going to show you a tree, Karen. Karen, I'm going to show you a tree. We cut this down, not realizing about 10 years ago, not realizing that it was a crabapple tree. And I get crab apples. It was in blossom, this big tree right here.
Let me get on my laptop so I can magnify and see because you're on my phone and you're tiny as hell.
Pretty. It's pretty there.
It is.
Okay, I'm gonna go out. Y'all.
Okie dokies.
Oh, here's the wildcat, I
Antonio
call him.
is Probably hotter than we
Yeah,
are here.
I'd say it's about 30, almost 30 feet, good 20 feet or more. Oh my goodness, he even brought me, I think, a lilac bush. His truck is full. Watch this. No, it's rhubarb. Oh no, in a tree too. I don't know what kind of tree. We'll soon find out. You see him backing in?
I see him backing in.
Yep.
I don't see a whole full load of rhubarb though.
Come that way, bitch. All right.
Oh shit!
Just gonna back in and push it out probably.
Oh, Tambra. So you and Starla are going to get to meet up at the end of the month.
Oh, the black. It's got a
She
black
says she's coming to see me. We'll see.
She's excited.
like a black. Oh
Hope
my
she gets to
goodness,
make it.
girls! Look at the roof. Ready?
Look at the roof. Oh my goodness, you do have a whole truckload full.
Holy.
All right, I'm going to blow up hers real quick so we can see that better.
So I can get
Yeah, do
straining over here.
I
just
gotta go to bed.
What?
I gotta
There is-
All right,
Right here,
Jen.
baby.
Love you, girl.
Right here. Look at the roof.
Love ya.
This is a separate plant. This is
Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
That won't hurt. It'll come
Holy.
back next year. Oh yeah.
enough for you.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Well,
Wow.
I might try to take my
It's another truckload in
Yeah.
Texas.
One for the littler one for Julie. It's a bit smaller than this.
Yeah.
And then the big one, the one I sent you the picture of,
That is
is
huge.
like fucking huge.
I got my job cut out for me tomorrow, girls.
Yes, you do.
That is huge. Look at this. Here, I'm going to show you. This is the size of one of the roots. Let's
Over.
see, right there.
There you go.
Wow.
Holy.
Wow.
That's a root. That's a root
big.
from it.
That's me.
That's the
What
main
is
root he
it?
brought me. What's that?
What is it?
Rhubarb.
Rhubarb.
Oh, Break that root in half and you'll have 2.
Oh no, he's bringing me another truckload tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Shit, if you
But
plant
if you
that
wanna
shit-
And there's a bunch of other babies.
You just break that big ass root, you break it in half and you'll have 2.
Yep.
So you
And then what I'm gonna do is
and make a whole
now-
patch.
The big one won't fit the back of my
no way. You have to use your dump trailer.
I'd have to dump trailer.
Oh, wow.
It's the size of the dump trailer. Andrew won't be able to get it once too.
Oh wow. Was there any big pots or anything?
I haven't. There's only one shed left. The other shed that he touched the roof and it went and caved in on everything.
Oh wow.
But the
Oh, no.
carport is
You
about
got
the
a
size of that.
little one and a big one and it took up the entire.
Oh wow.
Just they're going there.
Are you?
And all the pots you
go,
can.
into the flood.
They are.
72 Evan roof.
Oh wow.
Motor everything. It's there.
Okay.
But
Oh wow. Anyways, get out of the bugs. You've been working long. Now we'll go for a walk.
Husband said he wants
You guys might-
strawberry rhubarb.
He ain't gonna help her plant them. She's gonna plant them. She's gonna have to plant them by herself.
Yep, that's what
Now,
I was
see-
also.
See
Strawberry
this?
rhubarb.
See this plant right here? This is my cabin. Isn't much. This is what I live in. Now watch this. Right there. Built that myself.
It's okay.
But this here, this tree here is my wild hazelnut that came up.
Cool.
Oh, lucky. I
And,
can't live in here.
I walk down here. I'm walking down.
Hold
Oh,
on,
that
I'm
sun's gonna hit
blow-
you guys in the face.
I'm gonna blow your
This-
screen up so we can see it better.
Okay. Okay.
There we go.
There. I'm going to show you my house. This is the
Okay.
remains. I paid for all the permits to have it tore down. They wanted 10 grand and we told them no, that we'll get rid of it ourselves. And we weren't allowed to touch it until we get the permits. And that was 5 years ago. And I paid for it and all, and I'm still waiting for the permits, but that's what's left of my house.
That's one of the
Ah.
barns.
Oops, another fire.
Yeah. This first window right here that I'm pointing at, this one here that I'm pointing at, that's where we jumped all through. And the window that's way over there, it was a double pane, and my son thought we were unconscious in the house, and he drove. They called it the Superman dive, and he dove through the windows and took a big chunk out of his left arm. He almost bled to death on us.
Oh no.
But
Is that
Like
what you're
Terminator?
here, I don't have my. There we go.
Where the cellar
Now.
is? Underneath it?
The what?
The cellar?
No, we only had a 4-foot crawl space.
Yeah.
So that's where I'd love to do a wall of peony
Cool.
and put something like a little building on top, but hide the wall of peony, part of the wall of peony underground and use it. Terminator, I'm not playing ball. Get out of my garden. But anyways, to where my cabin is, this is my garden. This garden here that I'm going to show you is not fully planted yet. I'll be planting it tomorrow. And it's the one that I do for Grumpy Acres.
Okay.
I still have some of the seeds that I use that I won a contest with them. But this is what I do with tires. This is some of my
Yeah, I do the
cabbage.
same
I don't
thing.
know if you can see that there.
Yeah.
Yeah, in tires. And I do it all the way around. I got broccoli. I fenced all this in. All what you see over here, I fenced that all in. And as you can see, I still got a lot of work to do. But I have all this grass to cut. But this is going to be the Texan garden once I clean it up and cut all the grass. But this dirt right here, this dirt pile, if I can, here, I got to put, I have chicken manure that's between 3 to 5 years old, 2 years old, some of it. And I'm going to put it in there. And this is what I'm working tomorrow. And I'm going to put the Danny corn in there.
It looks like pretty good
And this
dirt.
is an old shed. Yeah, this is an old shed that I built. My husband put the roof on for me, but I put this together and I'll show you. This garden tillered here, we got out of a scrap pile. My husband worked on it, but look at all my pots that I'm collecting. It's junky right now, and all my tools are all in there.
Mm-hmm.
But I got a lot of grass to cut. I replanted the peas again. And in these are my little raised beds I make out of the vinyl siding. But I got to clean this bed here out. And this will be fully planted tomorrow from the seeds that I got from Tambra. And as you can see, these are, I thought was thorn blackberries, but they're not. They're black raspberries.
Yeah.
Then these are my zucchinis right here, what I planted
Looking
yesterday. They're starting. I started them. Then I have these here. I'm not sure what I'm going to put in these pots. My Swiss chard. My carrots are finally starting to come up. Out here in front, right here, all in front. That's where I had all my peas that I grew. Well, I got cucumbers and peas in there. Then I got to cut everything. But these here are my apple trees that are from the roots, from my 100-year-old apple tree. These are the apple trees that I've got. But little by little, I got my yellow squash here started. I got tomatoes there, my slicing tomatoes. And that big, huge bed that I built with the vinyl siding, I grew watermelon in that last year.
Cool.
And see, I don't need to buy strawberry plants because they grow, I'll show you, here on the ground. They grow wild everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
Wild strawberries.
Cool.
Then, oh, damn snail on my horseradish. Kill that off.
Passion.
There's my horseradish. My celery. And this is something like a bok choy, something like that. Something's getting at it, little specks on the leaves, but that's okay. Probably baby snails again. This is my rhubarb, and it's better not to pick it till the 3rd year, and this is the 2nd year. And the snails have gotten the leaves, but that's okay. But this is my ugly greenhouse that I built.
You got plenty coming.
Oh yeah, this is my ugly greenhouse that I built. It's 4 years old, and you know what? It stood 4 feet of snow on it. Never caved in. My son had this big, huge carport, 30 feet long, and I think it was 16 feet wide or something, and it all caved in on him. And I haven't. My greenhouse is messy, but these are all my other plants that I have started. I started at the beginning of May. Yeah, they're all coming along. There's the Danny corn here in the corner. It's coming up nice.
It looks good.
And yep, this is my time I started my poppies. This here is the these little plants right here are the what are those? The hibiscus. And look at this.
Oh, the ones I sent you?
Yeah. And then this plant here, and they're all coming up. These are the ones that got hit by frost, my hot pepper plants. And they're all coming back.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. And then all my different kinds of sunflowers, because I have to do sunflowers for a couple people. There's two young guys that work with my son, and their mother died a month ago. She was in the hospital sick, and all of a sudden she dropped dead. And yeah, she was only 47 years old.
Oh, wow.
But and her favorite flower was the sunflower. So the house that they live in, I told my son that I would do some sunflowers for them, and they could plant in front of the porch where she used to plant her sunflowers. So I have some of those plants for them. But I'm going to show you something. These onions that are going to go to seed, these onions are 4 years old. I let them go to seed every year, and I get all my seeds, more onions. And then I've never grown garlic. Guys, I've never done garlic. And look at this. My garlic is coming up.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Beautifully. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I am getting eaten alive, but that's okay. I got about 1,000 mosquitoes on my arm. I have all this to clear. I have all this to clear. I won't take you to the barns because the mosquitoes are getting too bad. But I've been cutting. I got to cut all back here. This is my strawberry patch. My husband just fixed my weed eater. Look at the strawberries.
I'm gonna come.
That's all strawberries. Okay. Yep. And then this here, I'm clearing this. This is going to be my fruit garden. I'm hoping. But this little apple tree came up on its own. This little tiny apple tree, and it flowered this year. it flowered. And I
Does you
did
have any lab apples?
I call it the donut, like Billy from a permapasture.
Yeah, put
I
the
did
little
what he
round.
does around his tree, and I put comfrey around it.
That's
But I'm
good.
hoping so that here, when I come through here, this is all going to be cleared out because it's all blackberry bushes. This is all going to be cleaned out, and I want to put another greenhouse. But I also have more
Yeah, we
thornberries.
do.
Look at
Yeah,
them.
we
My
do, Starla.
thornberry trees are falling over.
You take my
Thornberries.
weed eater and help her weed eat.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a lot of weeding. Well, that's because I've been busy building. But
Well,
this
that's
is another
right.
apple tree. This is another big
Take
apple
weed eat.
tree. Yeah. But, oh, sorry, girl. That was black flies down the throat.
Yeah.
Ah,
Okay, we're going to come through a little trail. This is where we started digging a pond. My husband's going to finish digging it, and it fills up on its own. But
that's cool.
back past the pond, all through there is all wild blueberries, and in behind is where I found a whole big pile of crabapple trees growing all on their own. I didn't plant them. And then, 'cause I got to cut all this. I still got a lot of work, but I want this to be my fruit garden when I'm done. And there's the tree that my daughter got me, right there. And now I'm heading back to the cabin because I am so covered in mosquitoes right now. Yeah.
They're biting you.
Anyways, that's some of the garden. I still have where I did my potatoes. I'm going to go back here behind where the hen house is real quick. I have a path. I got to get rid of these stupid buttercups. But
Yeah, we have to spray
back in
for those.
here-
They take over the pastures bad.
yeah, I'm going underneath. This here is my hawthorn tree, my big one that flowers, and it's right full of seeds and everything. But this is where I have got to check. Nope, the dogs haven't been in here. But this little section is I have beets, Brussels sprouts, turnip, and then way over there where I got to cut all that grass, I have about 100 hills of potatoes back in there behind the
But
pig
you
pen.
ain't got no bad snakes.
No, we don't. Just garter snakes. Yeah, I got to cut all this down. I'm hoping to get some of it done tomorrow. Get most of it cut down tomorrow.
You'll get it when you get
I
it.
just got to watch because Terminator keeps going past me and she flies so fast that she's almost knocked me over twice. Oh,
Yeah.
yep. Time to get back up in the cabin.
Okay.
But yep, that's a bit of a garden tour.
Yeah, that
And,
was nice.
Cool. I got a lot of work, but that's okay. But you know what? I do it all myself. So then these are my
That's right.
onions, some of my onions.
Oh.
These are some of my onions. They're doing okay.
Whoops.
But that's it. I'm done. Mosquitoes are bad. I neglected my flower garden
Are you about
around the maple tree.
3 months behind us?
Yeah, something like that.
Actually,
this
she's
is-
dead on with me.
Huh?
This here's my burning bush. My daughter
Burning
got
bush?
me about 8 years ago. But I had it out near the road and it was dying. So I brought
Does it
it back
bloom
here
red?
and yes, in the fall.
It blooms red.
And then I'm back up by the cabin. And this is my 100-year-old apple tree that was here when we moved here. When we bought the place 25 years ago. That's
Does it
the
make
apple
apples?
tree. Oh yeah, it was thousands of flowers this year. I cut some of the dead branches off it. But I'm going in. Time to go in. I'm getting eaten alive.
Get in. You're gonna be itching all night long.
There we go. Yep. I just got to make sure I got none on me to take in and look at them all. Whoa. Okay, here we go. Got to go in quick. There we go. I'm back in the dark. There we go. I got to sit down. Oh. There we go, girls.
Yes.
All off?
Done.
So as you was doing that, I didn't want to put too much up on the screen because of, we wanted to see the stuff. But a lot of people were like, Starless, even like we need to go to Terminators, and she's ready to go up there and visit you. And then Cheryl said thank you for the tour. And then this one is quite funny what Goat said.
Yeah.
Of course, there's no venomous snakes. The venomous are terrified of the legendary Miss Terminator.
I gotta take my glasses off. I'm fogging up. Pretty bad, eh?
It's humid there, huh?
Then I can't see. Then I can't see you guys.
You don't realize that when you're up there in the north, Alaska and Canada and the Arctic region, you
Yeah.
get more sun in the summertime and you get colder in the wintertime
Yeah.
because of the extreme, because the earth tilts so that in the summertime, the north is towards the sun and in the wintertime, it's facing
Yeah.
away from the sun. And
Yeah.
it gets hot there, y'all. When the sun don't go down
Sticky.
for 18, 20, 24 hours a day, it gets hot there, y'all.
Yeah.
Do you have 2 weeks of
There's
winter
a
where
tour
you're
of
at?
what I'm working against.
Do you
I'll
have
get
the
most
2
of it
weeks-
planted tomorrow.
Do you have the 2 weeks of constant daylight followed by the 2 weeks of total darkness and winter? When
No.
you got more north?
No, they don't.
No,
Okay,
we get it's daylight. It's like what happens is in the summertime. Well, usually it starts about March, the end of March, beginning of April. We'll have daylight. It won't because of the daylight change and everything, but we'll have daylight starting around 6, 7 o'clock, and then it'll go to about 5 o'clock, about 5 o'clock ish, and then as the time like now progresses, it's since we did the time clock change, spring ahead, we're daylight by 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, and it's daylight right through till almost 10 o'clock now.
10 o'clock, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all are an hour
Yeah,
ahead
you-
of us.
And then in the
You're
winter
not
time,
You're not as high up
In
in
the
the
winter-
Arctic as I was.
Yeah.
In
yeah.
Fairbanks.
And then in the winter time, daylight's at 7 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon. Then it's dark the rest of the time.
Yep.
That sucks.
Yeah, because in Fairbanks, it was like my grandmother came to visit in the middle of July when they had their 2 weeks of constant sunlight. The sun never goes down, y'all. It's halfway down and halfway up at the same damn time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Boy, I wouldn't want about a dozen margaritas in me. And
Hey, hey, hey.
And then in the winter, it's just the
I-
opposite. In the wintertime, you'll see the sky start to lighten, like the sun's coming up, and then it gets dark again. You never actually
Really?
see the sun.
yeah.
That's weird.
Hi,
Yeah.
Starlet's daughter.
Hello. But see, I can, like last year was the first time in a long time that I was still picking zucchinis in October, almost into November. I was still picking small zucchinis,
It wasn't snowing.
which was weird. We didn't get any snow till November. We got
Oh,
one day of frost, but it wasn't enough to kill anything. It wasn't like a
Usually-
heavy frost. I've seen it in October. I've seen it like Halloween, the end of October. I've seen 5-foot snowbanks here.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
We
a
don't-
Yeah, that was back in
down here
'93.
because half the time Halloween you gotta bundle up and wear a jacket, light jacket, not a heavy jacket, and the other times you're running around in shorts, going, "Wow, is winter ever going to get here?" I mean, I'm
Yeah.
literally, our weather has been so
Weird.
bipolar.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Yep. And that's
Oh, now
kinda-
Terminator wants in. I'll be right back.
That kind of sucks for the little kids that want to go trick or treating in their costumes on Halloween, and it's really, really hot, and then they are sweating
And if you don't
in their little Halloween costumes.
We always played football in the front yard on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
Sometimes on Christmas Day.
Actually,
Yeah.
let me rephrase that. I'm going to throw all the kits under the porch, and then next spring I'm going to see what Mother Nature left me, because that's how I start peach trees and plum trees and stuff like that. Even walnuts and pecans. I just take the seeds and
Yeah.
throw them in a pot, stick it under the porch, and walk away. If I've got a tree the next year, I've got a tree the next year.
That's the best way to do tomatoes too.
Yeah. Well, I have
was
those beds, Canberra. What?
Do what?
Terminate. Okay, I garden in tires too, but I use the big tractor tires, and I cut the ring
Yeah.
off one side, right?
Yeah.
And I went out
Yep.
there and I was pulling all the weed. I weeded it a month ago before the rain. I had to go out there. The weeds are 3 feet freaking tall, and I'm just grabbing them and ripping them and shaking the dirt off the roots, knowing I got to add more dirt. And I found volunteer tomatoes, volunteer serrano peppers. And I don't know how,
because
I got volunteer yellow squash in my blueberry patch, and they weren't nowhere
Well,
near close together.
Those beds that I'm going to plant, the plants I've got from Canberra, where I'm going to plant them, I have tomato plants from last year that stayed under the snow, and I have about 30 tomato plants that are about 2 inches high that I'm going to pull and put in pots.
There you go.
Yeah, you know you got.
And then I'm going to plant hers.
Stir the dirt, and you find that skin left over from one you missed last year.
Yep.
Yeah, so I got to check the other 3 beds because I'm pretty sure I've got volunteers coming up everywhere.
I've had cucumbers. I've had, actually, every time we get scrap for the pigs.
Beans. I had, when
And
I planted the cornfield, I wasn't going to
everything
plant
grows
this
everywhere.
year. And
Yeah.
I went out there and I threw in the manure and I threw in the hay and I raked it all flat because I'm letting it heal up. I'll be damned if I don't have about 12 volunteer pole beans coming up. I'm just going to drive a stake in and leave them.
Yeah, there you go.
Well,
Pole beans, I got pole beans.
See, we found that wherever we feed scrap from the grocery store to the pigs, the following year, as long as we don't touch it and let it grow up before we put the pigs into that corral,
Yeah,
we
you
have
got your garden
tomato
right there, you
plants,
pick them
we
up.
have cucumbers, we have squash, you name it, it's growing.
Yep. Do you pull them up and use them? Rather than
Yep.
go buy them?
Yep.
Yeah, anything
That's
God
why I didn't grow as
provides,
many
I let
tomatoes.
Because God wanted me to have
What's
it.
that?
Anything
Oh,
God
yeah.
provides, I let grow because obviously He wants me to have it.
Exactly.
That's right. Yep. Yeah, I've got over 40 different colored sunflowers, and I've pulled them all up where I don't want them. So I've taken them, and some of them are in pots, some of them are 5-6 inches tall, and I'm going to make a big area along the one side of the fence, and it's going to be all different colored sunflowers again.
Thank you for reminding me. I took my 2 giant heads last year from my mammoth sunflowers, and I just threw them. I broke them apart and just threw them on the compost heap. I bet I got sunflowers coming up too.
I bet you do.
Yeah, I bet you do.
I don't have to plant new ones,
they
y'all.
been
I
ready
can
by
just
time?
transplant.
There you go.
God has provided,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
The mammoth
Yeah.
ones, but the seeds didn't take. I was given the mammoth ones, the seeds from them, but the seeds, I've transplanted them 3 times now, and they never took the seeds.
I can send you some mammoth ones.
Get you the Siberian mammoth ones. That'll grow good in your climate. Specifically, because there's U.S. mammoth sunflowers, but there's also Siberian mammoth sunflowers, and the Siberian ones do really
Yep.
good up there. So try
The ones my daughter gave me,
start with, and you can seed save.
the ones
Yep.
that my daughter gave me are the seeds that she gave me from hers.
Girl.
They're like a cream, almost like a butter color. The sunflowers in all through the center, everything. They're all that color, and they're so pretty. Oh,
That's
there's
pretty,
one. Is that a real one?
Yes. I got
Those
to
are some-
plant it. I got
These are
like
some
2
of the
of
ones
them.
I grew last year. These are some of the
Awesome.
ones I grew last year.
Awesome.
Planting all
There they
the
are.
ones this year.
Definitely can't wait to
And
get this
then-
in the ground. Babe, can you take that back out? Just put it back on
Karen,
the porch.
talking about volunteer tomato plants. I guess I dropped a seed, and that's inside that little greenhouse. And it turned out to be an indeterminate. And last year I went to go in my greenhouse, and I said, "Oh, I'll just let it grow and let it grow. I won't prune it or anything." And I had to actually walk through it. They were cherry tomatoes, and it was the whole thing was all tomatoes, covered everything. So I went in there and just started chopping.
If you plant them damn little sweets 100s, you'll have it like that too.
Yeah, well, we need to plant that. We need to plant those.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, there's one of my big sunflowers.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do that tomorrow.
With one of my big ones.
Oh wow.
My favorite
Oh, I
rose.
gotta take a lot of pictures off.
Oh wow. That's
called
pretty.
pretty.
Ebbside
that's
rose.
pretty.
That's from Rome. That was around during the Roman era. It's from
Pretty,
Wow.
Might hold, I don't know.
It's purple, y'all. Purple. I got
Pretty,
me a
pretty.
purple rose.
It's pretty pretty.
Cool.
You're weeded so we can get those in the ground.
Yeah.
I can't grow roses.
Take a lot
And
of
then
these
this
off.
is
I don't care enough about them to
this is
grow.
called a bubblegum rose because it smells like candy. Let me see if
Really?
I can.
It's not doing right.
No, can't. It's
Come on, Kara.
Turn
get
that
it
light
right.
down.
Get it right now. It's white still.
Damn.
All right.
What's that like?
I got it dialed in. A little bit.
Smells like candy, you said?
Yeah, it smells like bubble gum. And I got another one that's called a Broadway's that smells like frickin' lemons.
Really?
Wow.
well, I
love
got
my
some
roses.
tomatoes started in there. That's called Tutti Frutti. I want to see if the tomatoes are gonna taste like Tutti Frutti.
That's funny.
See, I know I got another one.
Let's see.
Damn.
Oh, Terminator.
Yeah.
Gotta pull this up so you could read it. It's from Starla. She is asking you a question.
I guess I don't have it no more.
That bulb is not a crystal bulb.
Yes, it was, Starla. When I get the sign up and do my archway and everything and get the beans and the only thing that didn't grow was the black-eyed peas. I couldn't get them to grow, but I still have the tomatoes. I still have the beans, the pole beans, and what else? There's 2 other plants, but I'll put that garden once it gets growing. It's the first one I came to that I did the tour tonight, and it hasn't been planted yet. Once I get it all planted and the sign put up and everything, I'll do a tour and you guys will be able to see it. That's the one where the tires with the cabbage and the broccoli are all around.
Y'all can't see that, can you?
No.
Tilt the top of your phone down a bit.
What is it? It's a
That
lemon.
was a huge ass sunflower with my hand in front of it.
Okay.
Damn.
No, there's still too much glare.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Okay, baby.
That is a huge flower.
It is.
But those are the mammoths.
My-
The Siberian. That was a Siberian mammoth. I mean, they're huge. The heads get
Okay.
up to 3 feet across.
Man.
Dang.
Yeah, 'cause my friend that sent me some seeds, she's giving me some more seeds.
The light
Hers were,
was too bright.
yeah, 17 inches was hers. My friend, that's supposed to send me
that's
some.
about 17, 18 inches. They can get up
That's
to 3.
hers. That's hers.
In Alaska, when you got 2 weeks of constant sunlight with no
Oh.
dark at all, things get a lot bigger.
Yeah.
I guess it's the same in Siberia. But so what got 3 feet
Okay.
in Siberia, 18 inches is good here. Because we're talking heads that get up to 30 inches in their native area, so 18 inches
Don't
is
take
pretty
it
damn
from her.
good.
That's
because-
not nice.
They're bigger than a dinner plate,
Oh wow.
Morning, everyone.
and they're the giant
Yours.
gray striped sunflowers. You know, the good eating kind.
Look, that's her. Yours
If
is
it
down
ain't
there.
good eating, I don't grow it.
Tambra, Starlet
Yeah.
says you're next for the tour.
Oh, it'll have to be next week.
Yeah, that'll be next
Yeah,
week,
that's what we
Thursday.
should do. One a week.
Okay.
Okay, you Hive went gone. Terminator's gone. Now Tambra and Shannon and even you, little Miss Prepper, need to take a turn.
Okie dokies.
It could be a Thursday night thing.
Yes.
Babe.
And,
Did you hear
and then
that?
after we do the tours, then we talk about all the gardening and all that kind of good stuff.
On Thursdays.
Have you been using the books I sent you?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you been cleaning your Zen area?
I've been actually reading a lot of it first. I'm a slow reader too, so I've been reading a lot of it first, so I know.
When you go to actually plant one of those medicine wheel gardens, it's
Yes, ma'am.
supposed to be a meditative Zen type thing. So you're going to focus on the task at hand, only the task at hand. Just immerse yourself into the work, and it just soothes you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I'm a hyper
I do that when I go in my
personality, but I
garden in
get
the
out there
morning.
garden, and that's my Zen. Get it all together. shit.
Relaxing.
Yeah.
I go in when I go in the garden in the morning. I have a chair and I sit on my chair and I say I talk with the Lord. I say a real beautiful prayer. I talk to him, just one-on-one, and I ask him to watch all over all you guys, everybody that I know, even the ones in chat. And then I ask him to give me the strength to keep going that day, and whatever task I take, I ask him to give me the strength to get that task done. And you know what? He answers all the
It
time.
works especially with garden. I don't know what it is. I mean, I take my shoes up and dig my toes in the dirt. And
I can't right now because we got too many blackberry bushes and I keep getting thorns.
I let go of all the nasties
Grounding.
and I invite the positive in. It's just easier to do when you're out there in the garden.
Yes.
Yep.
The barefoot stuff.
Grounding.
So now that rhubarb plant,
Grounding.
I'm going to get my wagon over there in the morning and I'm going to take it apart, clean it, I don't need the blackberry bushes. I got thousands of them here. And then I'm going to take it and keep as much of the dirt with the roots as I can. And I've already got holes dug where I'm going to plant it. Where I showed you where that tree that my daughter bought me, that weeping mulberry, just over to the right, to my right side. I'm clearing out because I have a red kern bush that's been overtaken. So I'm going to clean all that out tomorrow. And that's where I'm going to do a nice big hedge of all rhubarb.
Oh,
And there'll be, and that's what I want to do all along there once I backfill and clean and do a lot of weed whacking and grass cutting, but I'll get her done one day at a time. That's the way I look at it.
Right.
I look at life one day at a time. I'm here today. I could be gone tomorrow. Nobody knows. So if I'm here tomorrow, I thank him for giving me the breath of life. And that's what I'm working on. And I'm working on so the dog doesn't keep going in my garden.
Do you have
There you
any?
I don't care if she runs
asparagus?
around where my fruit trees are, but she's been climbing in my raised beds, and she thinks I want to play a game, so she'll jump in my raised bed, and then she'll start going like this, wanting me to chase her, and then she's tore
Mine
up my
are doing
raised
that
bed.
too.
Good thing,
The
good
shot
thing there's
collar
nothing in it
works for
right
that
now.
shit. I'm sorry, but
I get mad.
Jack, I paid $138 for a pecan tree, and it had 3 feet of root, and I planted that sucker, and the graft died. And when I was taking pictures of it to make them give me my money back or send me another tree, Jack, while in the middle of the video, ripped that whole tree up, ran across the field, and immediately converted it to kindling on camera.
Oh no,
So
not good.
no, I mean shock collar time. He
Whoop that ass.
the other last
Well,
week,
I've got
he
most
took
of the
his
garden fenced.
fully loaded down blueberry bush, big industrial blueberries, right?
Industrial. Yeah.
Napped the main stalk right in half.
Oh wow!
You want to talk about a woman cussing? There's a reason
Yeah, I
he runs and hides when I yell, "Damn it, Jack!"
I hear you. Get out of my beds. That's what I do.
Chews up my trees. He's just a
But back
rough
where
guy.
that little pond is, there's a rock crop. And up in the back of that is where I pick all my blackberries. But that's where I went walking with my phone. and I have an app on my phone, PlantNet, and I started just snapping the pictures of the leaves, and that's where I found all the crabapple trees. So I want to clear about 3 to 5 acres back, and we have a big huge swamp that runs year round, and I want to be able to get back to it. So if I need water, I've got water back there.
You know, crab apples.
So it'll take time.
Especially if they're the big crab apples. I love the big crab apples because they're a lot easier to use for canning and cooking and shit. But crab apples are your apple tree pollinators.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yes,
matter
they
if
are.
you've got a wild apple tree or a domestic apple tree. If you want it to put off fruit, it needs a crab apple to cross
They
pollinate.
pollinate the apples.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got lots of crab apples around here and about 4 other types of trees.
And then what I've got is I've got aronia berries, which are not berries. They're actually a member of the apple family. They're the
What are
black chokeberries.
That's like the thornberry. Yeah,
Never seen
like the
those.
thornberry. Did you want some seeds, Karen, of the thornberry?
Please send it to me. I don't care what you send me. I
Okay.
will find a spot and incorporate it into the countryside.
Well,
I
I'm going to pull all the seeds off. They're still on that big, huge mama tree. So I'm going to go and I'm going to snip them all off. And I'll, cause they're already dry and everything. And there's like 5 or 6 seeds in each little tiny, I call it my little mini apples.
Little Miss Prepper,
Yes.
you need to send each of us our mailing addresses to each other because Tambra, I got
Yeah.
seeds to send you. Miss Terminate, I got seeds to send you. Shannon, what you want, baby? I got seeds to send you. I have thousands upon thousands of seeds.
We need to,
Yeah, I don't know yet. Let me ask the hubby.
Quick herbal lesson. There is something that grows wild around here. I'm killing it left and right, not knowing what it was, but I know now.
what is
It's
it?
called a Yukon holly. Youpeon holly, and it's a wild little
wow.
bush.
Yukon holly.
It grows everywhere. I mean, it grows everywhere. It's in
Red
almost
berries on it?
They use it domestically. They use the small version domestically to prune in gardens, you know, just shape and stuff. So there's a domestic, but the wild one,
Red
this
berries
is
on
what
it?
I found out. It was used before white contact because it makes a caffeinated tea. So anybody who needs caffeine and SHTF, Yukon holly leaves, specifically the leaves, the berries are toxic.
Really? So are they red berries?
Yeah.
I bet that's what
They
we have
got
around
big
here.
succulent leaves, you know, they crack and
Yeah.
instead of tearing. They're
I bet we have them around here.
oh, I know you do because it
See
goes all
that?
the way to Texas. But anyway,
What's
This
that?
here, these
They
are what I'm
were
drying.
used-
They're sugar maple.
they were
Sugar
used
maple.
during up until the Civil War. Like we drink coffee now.
They-
Believe it or not,
Yeah.
Indians had caffeinated morning beverage. It was a tea. It's like regular brown tea, except it's got caffeine in it. Well, brown tea has caffeine in it too.
Just use the
Uh,
leaves.
And after the Civil War, after they got tired of putting down the black
I
people and
still
the
ain't
black
got my
culture,
Cherokee tan pumpkin seeds, Starla.
oh, I got you some. You want some?
I need some.
Yeah, I
don't know if
got the chair. I've also got a Amish pie pumpkin that gets up to 90 pounds.
Is it too late to plant them
Yeah,
this year?
I have these guys.
What?
Probably this year.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't
Maybe-
exactly know
What's
what
that,
they're
walnut?
from, but I think so because one of them is like a little black one.
What is it?
Black
Probably
walnut.
black walnut.
I don't use black
No,
walnuts anymore.
honey, black walnuts are like this.
The bigger?
Are they?
They're
Yeah.
big, yeah.
Okay.
I-
These
I-
are small
I have
then.
them everywhere. I mean, it's
These
one of
are
the trees in the
small.
city.
They're big and they're
Those
not good for
Are
horses.
going to be bitter and inedible. When they're tiny
Okay.
like that, they're bitter and not good.
Okay.
You need the bigger.
Question for you, Karen.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have wintergreen?
Wintergreen.
I got
Wintergreen is
peppermint, spearmint,
excellent.
mint, and I've
I
got
want
lemon
spearmint.
balm
Okay.
and bee balm, but I do not have wintergreen.
Wintergreen is good
Okay,
for
because
pain.
my winter green is bright green, and then this fall it'll be just like a red carpet.
They smell
So
so good.
I'll pick some of the berries. Oh, I chew on them. They are so good. I love
Actually,
wintergreen.
I
Put
love
some
wintergreen, too.
rootstock in a Ziploc and send it off in the mail. You
Ooh,
can
it's
smoke.
Okay,
your
I'll show you.
pine. Yes, Starla,
You
you
need to get a
can, but
big-
people
you
don't
need to get a
realize
package,
that
though.
Yukon was caffeine.
You go ahead and get a
Specifically,
package.
right up until the Civil War. That's what they got their morning kick from. And they made them ashamed of it. If you were white, how dare you smoke, or use Indian
Not
food or
bad.
Indian beverages and everything. The pioneers used it. The pilgrims used it. It was only after the Civil War it became a no-no and fell out of repute. And I got that growing on my whole fence line. I've got hundreds of yards of fence line. I don't ever have to buy tea again. Not caffeinated tea.
Tim, the people in Houston and places like that, they import it and they plant it in their yards.
Yeah.
Crazy people.
Yeah, there's a small domestic variety that they use for horticulture and lawn decoration. I've got the big wild ones that get like 15 feet tall.
Behind me, guys.
And they're spindly as hell. But
I
the
have
leaf
these.
thing-
I'm trying to find them, but
And you can use those, Tambra. You can use the domestic variety too for that. All you do is pull the leaves off, dry them out good. You can even dry them and oven roast them at the same time. And you get tea, and the tea has caffeine.
I don't want any on my place. No Yopon.
I have.
Yeah,
I
I
have
know.
these little baggies.
Though.
I am unfortunate in that I've got soft maple, Yopon holly, and several other deciduous bushes that are just horribly like hacksaw berries. If you
I have
park
mes-
under a hackberry tree within
got
2 or
mesquite.
3 days, your vehicle is black. It leaves like a black, sooty, moldy, polleny mess behind.
I've got
And it turns
mesquite
everything black.
and
And it is a bitch to clean up.
pears,
Yeah, Bradford pears are really bad here.
mesquite and prickly pears. That's what I got.
Oh no, I've got prickly pears. They struggle, but we got them. We got some small native ones, and I got some that I bought that are the bigger paddle cactus.
They say they're medicinal too.
They're delicious. The big
Really?
ones that turn purple, they are delicious.
The flowers.
You can eat the seeds. You don't have to. I like to burn the skin and burn the spines.
Yeah, burn the stickers
Yeah,
off.
you take a blowtorch and you burn it, and you blacken the skin,
Yeah.
and you peel it, cut it in half, and you can scoop out the seeds, which the seeds are edible. A little crunchy, but edible. And then you've only got like a little half-inch of flesh.
Yeah.
But you can make jams, jellies, liquors,
Oh.
all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
I used to make a
So,
pan-
Karen, if I
Not the-
send you the roots to the wintergreen, I have these little tiny mini. There's a bag, and they're solid black. I'll put them in that and seal them in
Put
that.
them in that and give it a with some dirt. Make sure there's some dirt around the roots, and then just give it a spray.
Yep. And it'll
Moist,
I'll
not
ziplock it.
damp and wet, but barely moist, almost dry, but
Yeah.
just a heavy moisture. And then
Yeah.
get them to me as quick as you can, and we can hope they don't cook in the mail.
Yeah.
That was
Okay.
That's the problem I have is when I order rootstock. If it's during the spring or summer, UPS cooks it.
Right.
Yeah.
don't
Well,
have
what I'll do is
refrigeration in the
it'll
back
be
of them
closer. It'll be closer towards
doing?
probably September before I'll touch them. Then it'll
That'd
be
be
a little
good, 'cause it'll be
cooler. It
cooler.
won't be so hot.
Be cooler. That'd be good.
Yeah.
I think.
I can propagate
I'll send you guys all.
roots. I can propagate from stems.
Okay.
Seeds.
And you know what's
seeds,
funny?
It's not good to
You know
start
what's really
mixing
weird?
some seeds because they tend to cross-pollinate with catmint and wild stuff all the time.
Yeah. What's
Because it's
really weird
really-
though is I've been on this property 25 years, and 2 years ago is when I first seen it on this property. And where I've seen it now, It's never been there before. It's just like poof, all of a sudden it shows up. And I've never had it on the property.
Not only is our climate changing, our growing regions are shifting as the poles shift.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So it stands to reason what wouldn't grow there before is growing there now. Everybody's got, I mean,
Yep.
they came out literally last year, the year before, and my growing area is no longer 7B. Now I'm 8A.
Huh.
Wow.
And which
Yeah, it's
explains
weird.
why certain plants are dying off and newer plants are coming in. Because
Yep.
our growing climate itself is shifting.
Yeah.
So you actually
And I was
go
told with
online
the
and
mulberry
see
tree.
influence.
Yeah.
The pole is shifting closer to Siberia,
Yeah.
which means you're shifting to a warmer climate here. We all are. We're all
I
shifting
believe it.
like one number down on the climate scale.
Yeah.
I believe it.
And if it shifts much more, I'm going to be subtropical, which is great because I can't wait to grow some papayas and guavas and other things.
Hey, hey, hey.
I can't wait to
Yeah.
put my citrus in the ground instead of
Yeah, I
in
got-
pots that I have to carry around.
What
I
are you
got a
doing?
couple
Hey, hey,
guavas.
hey. What are you doing?
I got both white and red guavas.
Cool.
Yeah.
And where
What is
you
that?
live, you can grow the mandarins, and the mandarins are not huge trees. They
Yeah.
can be controlled with pruning, especially imperial mandarins. They're made to live out their life in pots.
I
So
Okay.
they
got
can get
Satsuma
big.
and a
And
mandarin.
also I got limes. It's not producing right now. It did all the flowers, but teeny tiny, like smaller than that, little limes, but then nothing else happened.
Yeah, they just dry up and fall off.
Yeah.
I've got little lemons and little grapefruits coming on my
Um,
trees.
you can tell what's coming into season around you by the new plants that they're bringing in at the supply stores and stuff like Tractor Supply and your feed stores and stuff like that. Because
Yeah.
this year, for the first time, they're giving us Australia finger limes, long and skinny, but it's a lime.
Yeah.
Because the climate's shifting, so that they're expanding their grow zone.
Huh.
But yeah, they're starting to sell citrus trees right now. They're still suggesting that you keep them in pots and bring them in the winter.
Yeah.
Yep.
But now we're getting species that we're not getting as cold in the winter. We're leveling out warmer, so they're coming up with, like, North Carolina. You can grow grapefruit now in ground and not pull it in for the winter. It's a
Nice.
Russian grapefruit,
Oh,
so
wow.
it's built for cold weather. I'm trying
Yeah.
to get me some of those. Olive trees are coming in big time, especially in North Carolina. Again, North Carolina is getting a whole bunch of orchards that they never grew before, like olive trees and grapefruits and more Mediterranean stuff.
Huh.
Oh, wow.
So the farmers are shifting with the climate change. They're changing what they grow according to the new climate.
I put mine in my in tubs, in the mineral tubs.
Yep. So send me everything you can. I will find a spot for it. I will create I'm creating little microclimates around my property. Like, I've got
Yeah.
one patch that stays 10 degrees cooler than the rest of it, no matter what. And I've got one stretch that stays wet all the time and shaded no matter what. So I'm moving the plants around according to what they need.
Yeah.
And just seeing what will live through my winter and what won't.
Yeah.
Put it in the ground and then let God decide.
Just throw it.
But you can give it a
Yeah.
little help, you know. Plant it in the right soil, plant it in the right light. Other than that, God's got control.
Yeah.
Do you have snowball bushes?
Yeah, hydrangeas.
No.
No,
And I
this isn't
even
a
have the-
hydrangea. This isn't a hydrangea. It's an actual tree, okay? And the white flowers it grows looks like snowballs.
Really. Is it a
Yep.
cold weather
And it
thing?
can grow up to like 8 feet tall.
A cool weather thing, or is
No,
it
we just have
hot?
hydrangeas and they're white unless you add this chemical and it turns them blue, or you add that chemical and it turns them pink.
The pH like the different colors?
Yes, the pH in the soil. So I've got both.
Yeah,
I've got
the acidic. If you plant it where it's acidic, it'll turn color.
Yeah. Well, see, for my blueberries, they have to be acidic. And then my goji berries have to be the opposite. And I have both
Yep.
blueberries and goji berries and blackberries, native, and probably a few wild Logan berries and raspberries and stuff. I just let them all go together. I let God just take over that one stretch. I've got hawthorn trees for hawthorn berries, 2. And they bloomed and they're loaded for bear this year.
Are they medicinal?
Hawthorn, yeah, it regulates blood pressure. It's a blood pressure stabilizer.
Cool.
I don't believe in doing chemical blood pressure medicine.
Is it the berries or what? Is it the berries?
Yeah. You make a
So what do you
tea
make
out
it?
of it every morning, and then bingo boomo, it regulates your blood pressure. Which the hibiscus does the same thing.
Okay.
Hibiscus is a blood pressure regulator, and a pretty good one. Drink a cup every morning.
Okay.
You hear that,
Is
bud?
it the hibiscus that you can eat?
Hibiscus is a blood regulator.
Tea?
Mm-hmm.
Karen,
I made jelly out of it and everything.
Yeah, I made jam out of my
Karen, the
Hibiscus.
hibiscus tea
Yes, hibiscus tea.
all right.
for the blood pressure.
Those
Yeah.
ones I sent you, Terminator.
Okay, because my husband's on
Hibiscus?
blood pressure meds, so
Hibiscus and hawthorn are blood pressure regulators. They balance it out.
he says
And
thank you.
You're welcome. And also red clover, but I don't think I don't prescribe red clover to guys because red clover is also full of plant estrogen. So it's great for women to balance out their hormone cycle while they're balancing out their blood pressure.
That's a big tree, Terminator.
Yeah,
It
no,
sure
we don't
is.
have that around here. I'd know it.
They're pretty.
Yeah,
got
that, I have a small one, a young one. I got to move it.
I got tulip trees down here and magnolia trees.
Well, you'll have to keep
And,
getting them.
What else? Crepe myrtle.
I got crepe myrtles.
Uh,
A lot of them.
We also have like pawpaw trees and hickory. I got 3 different kinds of hickory. I got black walnuts. I planted amline pecans, and the grass died, and the roots are taken over, and they're 2 different kinds of roots. So I'm just going to let them go because I figure they're a commercial pecan anyway, so they'll at least be good for cooking and baking. I got acorns, all different kinds. I like the big brown, what they call bread acorns, kind you should turn into flour. and
Oh,
use
yeah.
to cook
Yep.
stuff. What else we got here?
I have hazelnut.
Now, see, we can't do hazelnut, and we
Are they-
can't do what's the other one?
Do they bloom purple?
Chestnut.
The horse chestnuts.
Chestnuts? No, not horse chestnuts, just straight chestnuts. We've got them, and they do great, but we have got a rust or something that's
What are you doing?
attacking them.
Lily,
Oh,
don't eat that.
And the same thing with gooseberries and Ridge, what's the other little teeny tiny berry? They have a disease that attacks other trees around here, so we have trouble growing them. The gooseberries, we can grow the green, but not the red. It's
Yeah.
not cold enough for the red.
Yeah, we have the red. They got a
Um,
red tinge to them.
Hey, baby.
And but I mean, I've got so much more. I've got like mugwort and tansy, which looks like little
that's medicinal,
daisies, little
too.
teeny tiny daisies. I did not know you could use
Yep.
it like chamomile for tea. It has a calming effect.
I gotta walk my bush and look for chaga because I got a lot of birch.
I have one of those
Yeah.
trees.
yeah.
Somebody.
The
bring
one
me a
thing I
little
would love to find is the, what was it? Wormwood.
Wormwood.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
poisonous, isn't it?
No. It
Sure.
can be made into a tea.
no, I use mugwort. I don't have wormwood around here, but I have mugwort that grows wild around here, so I use mugwort. It's called the Traveler's Companion. You can crush the leaves and put them in your shoe, and
Shoe?
help. Yeah, well, it's for travelers for tired feet. They soothe your feet after you've been on them all day.
Okay.
Cool.
So you take a bundle of the leaves and you crush them up and you put them in the soles of your shoes, and your feet don't hurt as you work.
Ah,
Also, a tea, although I should let you know that with the tea, you get very zen. It's not really a narcotic or anything. You don't hallucinate, but you have lucid dreaming. You have
Cool.
incredible dreams, and you're right there in the moment.
Cool.
Well, yeah, but I don't. But I can't think of it right now.
And I wanted to tell y'all a damn video site, and I can't remember what it is to save my life right now. I'll have to write it down for Monday's live stream
Okay.
to tell you. And it's about all the plants that grow in the South. I'm sorry, Terminator and Shannon, you might not get a lot out of it because it's specifically the South, all the way past Texas, Tambra. And
Yeah, what is it?
But a lot of the plants do grow up that far north, and if it's the East Coast as opposed to the South, he lets you know how far up it goes. And there's a lot of things that go all the way up and down.
What's the name
yeah.
of it? Are you gonna
I don't know how to.
the book?
I don't know how to shrink y'all, so I can look it up. But I will
Oh, okay.
find out and let you know Monday. I'll write it down on my list of notes to give y'all.
Okay.
okay.
Cool.
I only wrote down the Yukon holly to let you know there's a caffeinated tea out there that tastes wonderful. It tastes just like regular tea.
Yeah.
I'm not big into tea, but if it tastes like tea,
Well, if there is a big woo-ha that goes down and you can't go to the grocery store and buy your coffee and grow your tea,
right.
you got about, a couple of weeks before people are going to start getting desperate for caffeine.
There's something else
Because
that
we
has,
are a caffeine-driven society.
what
Boom,
else has
there you
caffeine
go.
in it? There's something else has caffeine too.
Besides tea and coffee,
I have to look at it.
I don't know that grows wild here. I'm just talking about caffeine that grows wild here.
Yeah.
Right.
And
No,
that's
there's
the
another
Yukon
one.
holly.
There's another one. I can't remember what it is, but I'll find out.
Okay.
You find out and let me know because I'm
Okay. It grows wild here. I'm not
Yeah.
probably the same as you.
well. You got a lot of stuff that grows there that I can't get here, like mesquite for one
Well,
thing.
you're up in the mountains, huh?
I'm in the valley between two mountains,
Yeah.
and I'm a very, very down in the valley here between two mountains. We're able to have like microclimates depending on where you are. If you're down in a holler or next to the river or whatever, there are a lot of different microclimates.
Outside.
Yeah.
So, and even in my own yard, it's 3.85 acres, but I've got like a half acre of a microclimate here, and a half acre of a different climate up here, and then the rest of it is pretty much the same. But I have little pockets where I can grow different stuff,
Yeah.
depending on
We
how
gotta go
much
outside and go
sunlight,
to the
how much
bathroom.
wind, type of soil.
Oh, baby.
Because I've got
Yeah.
we let the back part go to
Well, you're
to
still on. You're
wild
still
years
south,
ago, and
southern.
I've got golden seal. Don't have any ginseng down here yet, but if I find it, it's going to be down here.
Yeah.
We have, what is it? Jacob's Ladder, St. John's Wort, Solomon Seal, false Solomon Seal.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah. We
Yep.
can hear.
Yeah. I hear you.
Probably not.
But I'm getting all that in the property in the areas. I'm just letting the nature take over.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
Noah.
So,
Yeah.
and like Golden seal is good for an old man's prostate, not cancer or anything like that. Just when you hit 50 and you get a little older and you have trouble letting your stream go because your prostate's a little bit swollen, golden seal will take that swelling down and let you pee. It's good for an old man's
Supposed
prostate.
to be good for something else too.
Yeah, but I'm married to an old man, so you know, I only paid attention to what I need to.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
remember what else golden seal's supposed to be good for.
I could look it up real quick.
It's supposed to be good for something else too.
Let me see.
Found one of my teas.
Let's see if it's in this one.
Oh,
Does it
yeah.
taste good?
Elderberry
Does
and
it taste-
hibiscus.
Oh yeah, that's good. Elderberry is a
Mom.
blood purifier and an immune booster. So elderberry is what you take every day. I make elderberry syrup, and the dose is 2 teaspoons every morning. He just throws it in his coffee. But it also is a blood purifier. So it's an immune booster, and it's an antiviral. Cold, flu, COVID. It's
Yep.
an antiviral. If you do get sick, you just up your dose from once a day to 4 times a day, and you get over it quicker. Matter
Yep.
of fact,
Little Miss,
elderberry is what they made Tamiflu from,
Good too.
Yes,
and it
Term-
works
is
just as
Starla
good.
still in is Starla still in the chat?
Yeah,
yes.
Think
Oh, no,
so.
I'm not seeing the chat. Yes, she's
Okay,
still in the chat.
because I'm gonna put a picture up, and this is when I first got this was from when I first did the garden in honor of when I won that contest, and this is the picture of the first time I did the garden with the
Oh my
sign.
goodness.
That's
Cool.
pretty.
Very cool.
Yeah. So what I want to do
Can you
this
see the
year
babies?
is when I put the sign up, when I walk through the trellises,
Can you
I got to get I want grapevines, and I want to grow my own grapes, and I want them to go over
Come on,
top
puppies, let's go.
of the trellis. So when you walk through, you're walking through grapes.
Come on, puppies, let's go.
That's what I'm hoping
Come
to
on,
do
puppies,
this year.
let's go. Come on, puppies, let's go.
All right.
Sorry.
Terminator and Tambra, I sent on Messenger, I sent you Karen's email. Karen, I
Oh
texted
yeah, I did get it.
both of their and Shannon's email.
Okay, golden
Okay.
seal, a
Cool.
potent
Come on, puppies.
antibiotic.
Puppies, come on, let's go. Come on,
And the
puppies.
part you use is the roots.
Okay.
It's also called yellow root,
Cool.
jaundice root, eye balm, eye
is
root,
it?
golden root, Indian dye, Indian pain, Indian turmeric. But it's golden seal.
Terminator. Starla says,
Yes.
will you please text her the picture?
Yes, I
And
will,
golden
because I
seal
have
is
her. I
also
have her
known as
phone
Poor
number.
man's ginseng.
Say again, Karen.
I said golden seal is also known as the poor man's ginseng.
Oh. Huh. And then Tambra.
Yeah.
Starla says the herbal mate is full of caffeine.
Yerba mate.
Full of what?
Caffeine.
Is it YERBA? It's yerba mate.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I'm bringing it up.
The herbal mate. Yeah, it's name if you want to look it up is yerba. YERBA MATE. Yerba mate. Sometimes
I
it
can't
has
find that
THC,
picture of it, though.
sometimes not.
You should look that up.
And then Starla brought up a really cool idea. We need to start a ladies' night seed exchange.
We can do that.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
We're already working on it.
Kind of like a pen pal type thing.
Yep,
Exactly.
I'll be right back, ladies. I've got to use the facilities.
Okie dokies.
Yeah, well, my place had to use the facilities too, so I had to go outside with them. But I think they're getting it though.
That's good.
If you looking stuff up.
Well, he is anyhow. Not sure about her yet.
Yeah. After we end the live, Shannon, can you not leave backstage? I want to talk to you.
Sure.
Stop it.
Sure. Cool.
Sorry.
It's okay. What are they doing?
They're fighting, fighting.
Of course they are.
You can't hear them?
Yeah.
Yeah. They do that all the time.
Yeah. I just don't like it when my two big ones do it in this little tiny place.
Yeah.
Because then, especially if I got a phone that's hooked to the cord, they pull the phone off the table and.
They're terrible.
Yeah, they are.
Well, they're not now. Now they quit. I went over here to see them.
Of course.
Yeah, quit doing it.
Yes, Cheryl. WROL is still on Mondays.
Okay. You're a good boy. You're not so good because we didn't go.
Sorry, I need a snack.
It's
I need a snack
okay.
too. What you
No,
got?
I'm eating popcorn.
You get the popcorn. You're a popcorn Terminator. What else we got?
And I have my drink with that special glass that you sent me for my birthday.
Oh yeah. I got one
I
too.
just actually finished it, and I gotta make a new one of my water and Zambuca.
That Zambuca don't sound good to me.
And I'm eating this.
You like black licorice?
I don't like it. I don't like licorice.
Okay, you won't like it then.
Nope.
Don't feel bad.
I could do a vodka.
Pineapple Bacardi.
I could do ginger ale and a vodka.
That would
A
work.
vanilla vodka.
What are you drinking, Shannon?
Well, I had a I'll tell you what I had. I had like a Lipton, one of these little guys. It's mango and honey, or mango and pineapple.
That's boring. Come on now.
I don't have any alcohol in the house right now. Regular alcohol.
Sorry.
The other alcohol is used for my tinctures.
Okay. I
I
guess
was
you're not
drinking
drinking.
milk.
What are you drinking, Little Miss Prepper?
No, you're as bad as Tag. He drinks chocolate milk.
Oh, I got chocolate mix. I love me some. That's when I want something sweet. I'll put some chocolate in it.
Mulberries from last year. They've been brewing
Mulberries.
for a year. They
Wow.
haven't lost their color yet.
What are
And
they?
I
Tinker?
used 180 proof alcohol
Whoa.
Oh, dang.
with sugar.
Is that a blue color? Is that a blue color?
I know it
Purple.
looks blue, but no, that's the reflection of my computer screen. It's actually almost black,
Oh.
y'all.
Kind of purple?
Dang.
Okay.
It's so dark purple, it's freaking black. I thought I would let it set until the berries lost their color,
Yeah.
but I think I'm going to have to drain it off and add more liquor because the berries aren't nowhere near losing their color yet.
Oh yeah.
Now, when I do cherries and stuff, usually after the first year, the cherries start to lose their color. The cherries start to go white as the liquid gets red. Same thing with blueberries. The blueberries go white.
Come on, Starla, milk. Get a grip.
Mulberries just keep going and going and going, y'all. And I sell this for $20 a quart. After I strain it, make up a 50-50 simple syrup with sugar and water, and thin it because I don't want to sell it at 180 proof. I want to sell it at 40 proof. This
Yeah.
will hurt a person.
Sounds good to me. I tried it 180 proof.
It'll hurt a person. It needs to come with a warning label. You must mix it with something else, non-alcoholic.
Ah,
Yeah.
darn.
There you go.
Because the Everclear comes with a well, I used Everclear, and Everclear comes with a warning.
I use
You must
Everclear
mix
too.
it with something else. Don't drink it straight. So
I use
yeah,
Everclear
I
for
either
my
have
last
to dilute it or
thinker.
if I didn't dilute it, I would have to sell it for $80 a quart.
Dang.
So how do you dilute it? So if it's,
You make a sugar syrup. Okay, you make a 50-50 sugar syrup,
okay.
and you cut the alcohol 50-50 with the. So if you have 2 cups of liquor,
Yeah.
you need
2 cups of
2 cups of sugar. Simple
water?
syrup is what it's called. Simple syrup. It's just
triple
sugar
sec.
and water
Triple
cooked up.
sec.
Simple syrup. So half of the liquor and half simple syrup.
So that makes it where people can actually use it.
Oh yeah. Oh, you could use it now, but
Well, I would
and
use
then
it now.
and then I cheat. Sometimes I thin it with a little more sugar water.
Imagine, Karen, if we all had a sip of that now and we're all on here talking, we wouldn't be in any shape.
You would be talking to the aliens, honey. If
We
you
would
was
be,
to drink this right now, you would
Yeah,
be
we'd be a little
speaking
drunk,
to your
probably.
alien overlords, begging them not to destroy the earth. It will straight and pure like this. It'll go down like nothing because there's so much sugar in here.
yeah.
It will
Oh,
literally
yeah.
slide right on down your throat, and
Oh
then it
yeah.
will give you hallucinations. It's so strong.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, we have a really, really good question from Starla. Anyone have natural remedies for the sores on one's head caused from taking chemo? She cannot get rid of them.
Plantain salve with calendula.
Plantain.
Plantain salve with calendula. Half plantain, half calendula, make a salve out of it. Or an oil. You don't even have to turn it to salve. You can just use the oil.
So infuse it with plantain and the.
Yeah, olive oil infused with plantain and calendula.
Okay, I see.
Plantain heals.
Now, Karen,
Calendula is it heals the skin and it's anti-scarring. It's good for eczema. It's good for psoriasis. My friend is an amputee. It cured the sores, her leg ulcers.
There's got to be a.
But if she's
oil
putting it
that
on her
works too.
scalp, she's not going to want to rub salve on her scalp. She's going to want to just take a cotton ball and put the oil on there. So just infuse olive oil with plantain and calendula.
There's
I
probably
promise you it will
essential
help.
oil that works too, but I'm not
Well,
sure.
that's what you're making.
Essential oil out of calendula, and I've got some calendula, Starla, but I don't have any plantain.
You can get it at most herb stores. And plantain grows in your yard, I promise you. I don't care.
I
It grows in
haven't seen
every
it.
city park, every playground, every yard, all across the country, from north to south, east to west.
I haven't seen it
Plantain
here.
grows everywhere.
They have it. They had it in
Yep.
Kansas, but I haven't seen it here.
well,
If
I'm
you don't
sending
have
you
one
seed.
kind, you have the other. You're just not noticing it.
Well, I'll be
I have
damned if-
both.
I'll be
I have
damned
the
if
two
that's
types.
mullein
I
that
have the
comes
broad
up.
leaf and the narrow leaf.
Okay.
Well,
Send me some,
actually,
please.
the broadleaf is the narrow leaf, and the broadleaf is called common.
Who?
So the fat leaf is called common plantain.
Common plantain.
Yeah.
Yes. And the little narrow leaf is called broadleaf plantain. Don't ask me why. I do
So
not
which
know.
one-
I did
I
not
have
name
both of them.
Are they both
I have
medicinal?
both of them grown in my yard.
Are they both medicinal? Are they both the
Yes,
same?
yes, they're
Yeah.
interchangeable.
Okay.
They both do the same thing.
Yeah.
But here's my beliefs. I believe that the efficacy of an herb is predetermined by the chemical makeup of the soil that it grows in, the amount of light it gets. There are a whole lot of
Yeah.
external forces. So when I gather plantain, I gather both kinds, and I gather them from different soil and different light locations because each
Yep.
one may be stronger
It's different.
and
I see.
different in a way from the others. And then when I make my salves, I use all of them in one salve to get the best of each plant. If that makes any sense.
What else is plantain
Yeah, it
good
does.
You can eat it.
for? Really?
It ain't tasty, but you can eat it.
You can actually put. Can't you
The
put the
seeds-
leaves in a
seeds from
salad?
plantain, the seeds from plantain,
Yep.
you take in the black seeds and you put a tablespoon of seeds in a half a cup of water. Wait 10 minutes and stir it up. We'll stir it up, walk away, wait, and stir it up again when you come back. And it'll make the water turn to gel.
Really?
It's like flax seeds. It's
Black seeds?
a
Got that stuff on it?
it's like a mucilagen or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, it thickens the water and makes it stick together like a gel.
Oh, cool. I
So you
My
can
mullet-
use the seeds as a thickening agent in soups and stews.
my mullen's almost dry enough to smoke, I think. I might be sick as a dog if I do it, but might help me.
Yeah.
I
Let me
also
put this up.
found I have German chamomile growing wild.
That's
Oh,
that's,
wow.
that's I know that's medicinal.
Yep. I got 15 chamomile plants that are up that it was in my greenhouse, and they're up about 4 inches tall. And when I do the garden that's in honor of Grumpy Acres and the Buffalo Seed Company, the whole front is going to be chamomile. I'm going to have chamomile, some poppy seed, like poppy flowers in there too.
Oh,
And
you're going
I'm
poppy
not
stage, huh?
sure-
I know. I see that. Going
Go
poppies.
get Asian.
What's that?
Going poppies,
Go
huh?
get the Asian organic, non-GMO
What?
poppy seeds for cooking and plant them. And that's your opium
They
poppy.
grow? Will they grow?
If they're organic and they haven't been irradiated, yeah, they'll grow.
Organic?
And it's just Asian poppy. It's just opium poppy. It's supposed to be against the law, but most people don't recognize it because California poppy, it looks almost identical, except California poppy doesn't have opium in it, and Asian poppy does, which is why.
Now, how
Asian
can you
poppy is
tell?
against the law.
I'm trying to remember where my poppy seed,
When
my
it makes
package.
the seed head, take a knife and cut it and see if it oozes like a latex.
Oh, that white latex like wild lettuce?
That's the opium.
Okay. Okay. You know what? It's really weird because last year I had a few wild lettuce, and I picked from them, dried the leaves and that. And I had one that was like 14 feet tall down by my barn. I think I've got about 100 plants around the house, the cabin, and all the way down to the barn now.
And you're sure it's wild lettuce
Yeah.
and not like south thistle
Yep.
or something.
Yep. So I'm gonna be drying a lot of it, and then I'm gonna pick it with my dandelions leaves, and I'm gonna make a salad with it.
Oh man, you're gonna be high.
No, she's not. There's not enough and just enough leaves for a salad. But if
Okay.
you pick those leaves,
Yeah, I know.
because
And
you
pull
know
'em?
you need like a pound to make a few ounces of
Oh, the black
wild
stuff?
lettuce cane syrup.
Yeah.
I've got some. Hold on a second.
Yeah,
I
because you
wrote
just chop
some.
the plant. You chop the plant down, and you put it in a pot, and you boil it down like you would with sap, and make
Right.
your syrup.
Yeah, and it makes it black. A black
Yeah.
thing. Black kind of gooey stuff. Well, that's what I was
Okay,
saying.
I
I don't know.
I took 3 6, 7 foot tall plants
3, and
And
that's all you
this is
got?
what I got. This is the tincture after, because you boil it down until it's thick and syrupy and tarry almost. And then you dilute it with alcohol, 100 proof. First, you dry it. Then you soak it in 180 proof alcohol for a week. It turns the brightest green you've ever seen in your life. Then you strain it and squeeze it out, and then you add water, however much syrup you got, you add that much water to it, thin it by 50%, and then slow cook it down at a low simmer. Never get above a low simmer. If you boil it, you've ruined it because you destroyed all the medicine.
Oh.
I do it in a crock pot. I have a little teeny tiny crock pot I use just for that.
Yep.
Anyway, it gets down and it's tarry and thick.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And you scrape it up and you put it in a jar and you add 100 proof alcohol, because remember, you've already cooked off the 180.
Yeah.
And 100 proof, you can take, just dose yourself. The dosage is half a teaspoon, but it's so bitter. It's so freaking bitter. Don't even think about black coffee, y'all. It goes way beyond black coffee. You have to put it in something.
Nasty.
Fruit juice, something. Just a little bit and drink it fast. But it really does help with arthritis pain, bone pain, back pain, from spinal deterioration.
Yeah.
That's what this is for.
But how long would that last? Something like that.
If you took it every day, about a week.
Not very long.
Well, no, it doesn't make very much. I mean, you really have to cook it down.
I didn't know what it looks like. I was pulling it up at Skyne's girl's house and feed it to the chicken. She got mad at me. I didn't know what it looked like.
That's funny.
And it grows in I know Terminator up there where you're at, the wild lettuce grows in your freaking pots over the winters. You get out there in the spring and you've got wild lettuce in all your pots.
Oh, I've got it growing everywhere all of a sudden. Now I'm gonna try and see if I can get seeds. This fall I'll see if I can get seeds from it, and then I'll ship some to you. Some seeds.
Okay, let me tell you how to do the seeds. The seeds is easy because it's a multi-pointed head, right? There's a whole bunch of flowers sticking out.
Yep.
The flowers are small and yellow, and then they go to a wind seed, like a dandelion wisher, but smaller.
Yeah.
When they turn into the wind seed, but before the wind blows them away, cut the entire head off and put it upside down in a brown paper bag, fold the top down, and set it aside for 2 weeks.
Okay.
Let it go ahead and all form out. After 2 weeks, you shake it off inside the bag, right?
Okay, yep.
And then throw the stem away. Then take your hand, pour it into a bowl, take your hands, and rub your hands through there, and you're going to gather up all the white wisher wind blow parts.
Yeah, I call it the
stick
feathers.
Together. They'll stick together and leave the little tiny seeds behind. And then you'll stick them again so that the seeds fall through and whatever's left, the hull or whatever's left behind on top.
Yeah.
You're going to still have debris in there, but then you'll lay it out on a paper plate, whatever, and you're going to have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. Let them dry, air dry for a couple of days. And then I go out in the fall after I harvest my garden and I clean out my pots. And I deliberately plant dandelions and wild lettuce in my pots. In the spring, when it's ready to harvest, before I plant, those deep tap roots pull all the nutrition up from the bottom. They lay it across the top. And then when you pull them, they've aerated your soil.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. Because when I was cleaning my bed,
they aerate the soil.
Yeah, I left them in over winter, and that's right. I had down by my barn, I had the ones, like I leave my dandelions grow for the bees and everything in the spring. It's just like a yellow carpet around here. before I do my first cut. And there is this big, massive one, must have been over a foot tall or bigger. And when I pulled it, because I needed it pulled from where it was, that root was so long and so big. It must have been at least 2 to 3 inches in diameter, the center root, the big tap root. It was huge.
Man.
And I didn't do nothing with it, darn it.
All of the plants that take over your yard, like dandelion and dock and burdock and wild thistle and wild lettuce, all the ones that have really long tap roots, they're awesome for your yard as far as aerating and bringing nutrition from way down deep. And then they have other little hair roots that deposit that nutrition on top.
Yeah.
And the best time to harvest those is in the spring before they flower, which is why I put them in the fall in my pots. And then in the spring, when I get ready to plant, I just rip them out. And if you wait till after a rainstorm, they just slide right out.
Oh, easy.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the pots. Right now I'm growing lamb quarters. I'm letting some of it grow because we eat it. We like it like spinach.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff like that, I let go in my permaculture food forest up there on the hill. I'll take you up there next time.
Okay.
Next time. I think it's Tamara's turn next week, so it might be a few weeks.
Yes.
That's okay.
But ladies, this was an awesome live. Terminator, thank you for showing us your garden. I love all this knowledge that we have gotten from you ladies about everything. But so we're going to go ahead and wrap this evening up. So we're going to go around and have everybody say their goodbyes, and then we will say good night to everybody. Terminator, go ahead and end us out.
Everybody, keep your head on a swivel. Keep your ears and eyes open. Prep as much food as you can. Prep spiritually, mentally, physically. Any way of prepping, do it. It's getting bad out there, and everybody, where all these storms are happening and everything that's going on, the flooding, whatever, everybody please stay safe and take care.
Karen?
Prep skill, prep knowledge. And buckle up, ladies, because the ride has started.
Mm-hmm. Amen to that.
Yep.
Tambra.
Stay prayed up and prepped up. And if y'all need a place to stay, I got a place in Texas if y'all want to come stay with me.
Yes, ma'am. All right, Shannon.
Shelter, I'll provide.
There you go.
All right, I got 2 prayers, one for the ladies and one for the men. Here's for the ladies. It's in Isaiah 30, verse 15. In returning and rest, you shall be saved. In quietness and in trust shall be your strength. And for the men, this is in James 3, verse 17 and 18. The wisdom from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, open to reason, full of mercy and good fruits, impartial and sincere, and a harvest of righteousness is sown in peace by those who make peace. Amen. Yes.
Amen.
Starla, thank you so much for what you've been putting on the chat as well. When you feel better, I would love to have you on the panel.
Yeah, that's cool.
I know you want to get
that would be nice.
Yeah, when you get
Blackberry leaves are great for morning sickness.
What?
Blackberry leaves and raspberry leaves, the young ones, they're good for morning sickness.
I chew them and put them on bee stings. I put them on bee stings and stuff when I chew them.
I ain't worry about that shit anymore.
Tobacco. Granddaddy, I'm sorry, but you chew tobacco and put the tobacco on there. It works great.
That's right. That's for bee stings.
Ah.
Lavender.
Yeah, I got one
oil is
today
good
out
too.
there in the barn. Got 2. Well, not bee, wasp. The wasp hit me.
Lavender oil is good for wasp stings.
So
All right.
Tab.
Yeah.
All right, see y'all later.
All right, everybody. I'll see y'all later. Join us Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and check out Shannon's live Sunday.
And Sunday, 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. Eastern time.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.
You wanted to talk to me, hon?